Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Monogatari. Tonight we're on episode 2 of Kabukimonogatari. So, last time, what happened? A great question. We'll get there. Okay, hold your horses. First, let me real quick do comments. So, a couple things I wanted to real quick go through. Yeah, I mean, you know how it goes. So, we'll just go top to bottom. First off, yes, I'm into OP and it's the best thing I've ever seen. This comment just is my favorite thing. Oshino Ugi. We've met Ugi. Oh, I got some pronunciations written down. Yeah, we got Ugi, and then we got Ga-en. For I was calling her like Gain and Gaon and whatever. The you know what I'm talking about, right? Ga-en. Like Lady Gaga, and then entropy. Ga-en. Boom! It's that easy, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. Some wise words. This stuff, there's so like this here, right? For our OST tier list after you finish Monogatari. Please, I'm actually serious. I need someone to do a deep dive on Monogatari OST. First off, I just love the, like, this part, the please. Like, it sounds like an addict, right? And, like, the italicized need. I'm so here for that. So I would, like, to my thing. Because I've thought about this before. I've thought about doing, like, a music tier list or, like, just, like, a music analysis, blah, blah, blah. My issue, and like people have asked for this kind of thing before, my issue is I do not know darn diddly squat about music. So it would literally just come down to me sitting there listening to the song and being like, yes, I like this one. And then like, you know, like, I don't know, like, I don't have like an expertise there or whatever. Like, because I've watched people like make some banger content out of that. I'm not sure if I would be able to do that. But, hey, we'll keep it in the back burner. I guess Date is maybe the name of one of the songs. And they do have really good music. Like, I really like the music. But, I don't know, maybe once we finish, we can come back to that idea. I'd be down for that. A little bit of focus on the human is a pretty vague concept line, which I appreciate. Sorry, I just, like, had to read this entire thing. Deciding to accept the monster is a relief in a way, so the burden of the monster concealed within the child is off Hachikuji's back for now. Right, because Nisei onto, like, Kihi, all that stuff. Though he's making a half-hearted attempt to return to it, the stain of this acceptance carries with it an increased longing to give the inner child what it desires. Ooh, an increased longing to give the inner child what it desires. What that makes me think of already is, we're gonna save Hachikuji so that she can go home while she's still alive. And that's what we're, like, longing to do. Like, Araragi and Shinobu are gonna show up, meet Hachikuji while she's alive, want to get her home, maybe even succeed, but then at what cost? Like, it'll cause the future to get messed up, so they have to then go back and then undo it or something. Who even knows, right? There's a lot of different ways that it could come across, especially because we saw, like, in the flashing OP, like, before the OP, in the flashing bit, that was really chaotic. We had, like, Shinobu and Araragi, and they had 4 of the demons of the Oddity Slaying Sword. So, who knows? They might just keep looping the same thing over and over, trying to fix the mistake that they make when they try to save Hachikuji, and keep collecting the swords and whatever until something, you know, I don't know. But, yeah, that's good to keep in mind for sure. I'm not even gonna see what I'm saying here. Because apparently you boys got that foreshadowing in them, got that dog in them. Hopefully, that's kind of the goal, right? Hachikuji arc, cause and effect. Can't wait to see how you react to everything that's about to happen. I'll keep an eye out for the next reaction. That's this one right now that I'm making. That's crazy. I'm very excited for the next few arcs. I know her introduction seemed kind of lackluster, but Ugi is actually a very interesting character in my opinion. Honestly, her introduction literally just being dropped on us and she's just kind of there, especially in the staircase where Araragi met Shinobu, is really interesting. But I don't know. We'll skim through that a little bit. It's really hard to make a big call on her because we've just met her. And literally, I mean, I'm seeing in my... you can't see it because it should be off the screen for you. But in my recommend, I literally have music, director reacts, musical analysis, like all that nonsense, which has to do with this, you know. I don't know, it's just kind of funny. Okay. Date info. I have written down a rough catalog of the dates, but I do appreciate this. Scenes with Ononoki are on the 20th of August. Nico Shira starts on the 21st. I have it written down. That's good. Where Hanakawa finds that Araragi did not attend the opening ceremony at school and Hachikuji's looking for a backpack, right? Because that's when Hanakawa runs into Hachikuji, they have their conversation, and Hachikuji obviously doesn't have her backpack. Araragi has her backpack here. Did he bring her backpack back in time? I'll have to look for that, because if so, that could be a thing. Time for Kabuki's Wild Ride. True. The references to Doraemon. I think they've done a couple of these references to Doraemon or however. So that's kind of cool. Major spoiler, read more. Ooh, am I going to click it? Ooh. No, I'm not. I thought that this was fair. I almost like made a reply to it, but then I didn't because I decided I'd just talk about it here real quick. Because yeah, obviously last episode, I have it right here. We have intro comments for the first 23 minutes, and then we have recap, which is just me talking about the last arc until 51 minutes in. And then you can see, oh no, it's so small. Only like 12 minutes were actually dedicated to analyzing the episode we watched. My reasoning for that was twofold. One, your boy's sleepy and the mental was maxed out. It is what it is, right? Like, every car runs out of gas eventually. So I was starting to feel that, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to have to plug it. I'm going to unplug it. I want to give this show the best energy I can give it. And if I'm trying to constantly, like, be talking for an hour and a half, I just run out. It is what it is. We're increasing the stamina bit by bit. So that's one part. The other part is that I was planning to talk a lot about it now, because we're going to watch the OP. We're going to do an analysis on the new OP and the new ED in this episode. So I was kind of trying to just split it so we can have better pacing between episode 1 and episode 2. Though there is the point that last episode was largely on the previous arc. The way I've kind of been seeing it is like Monogatari is one big long thing, so I haven't felt bad about discussing like the previous arc and the current arc, because but if it does make sense, some people are going to skip arcs, right? So it would be a little weird for them to jump in and be like, oh wow, this guy's talking about something I didn't watch for 50 minutes. However, the way that I feel okay about that is, one, I have it timestamped so they can literally just skip. Oh, hello, ad. So like, if you don't want to hear me talk about the last arc, skip Omegalol. And I feel like the best alternative would be to literally like have a video dedicated for like just for the last arc, and then it doesn't even watch a new episode, which is an option, right? Because I could have just spent the 50 minutes that I spent at the start of last episode. I could have just done that otherwise, or I could have just done that as its own video, and then whatever. I just don't want to slow the pacing though. I don't want to. I want to keep the show going. I want to keep coming out with 2 episodes a week, that kind of thing. I don't know. Figuring out how to like best structure the comment. It's like the content. It's an active process, but if anyone has any like ideas, feel free to let me know. I mean, I'm down to listen for like alternatives. Appreciate this, my good Gala. Got to do a rewatch or react at some point. Some people have mentioned the like audio tracks or whatever they're called, where they have like the audio commentaries, I think. Doing like a rewatch of certain episodes or certain arcs with the audio commentaries. That's something I'm aware of and interested in. Doing a complete rewatch is a really big thing because I don't know. We go pretty. I like to think that we go decently in depth on this show. I'm not going to say like absolutely crazy sauce, but we're making some moves for sure in the hour and a half episodes. And such. And so doing this all again and like spending another year with the show is definitely a big thing. But perhaps down the line, if Monogatari is still, if it's still echoing in my mind, we can go through and do some stuff. I don't know. That's a down the road problem. Could be fun though for sure. I'm down. And then yes, blah blah blah. Timeline. Appreciate the timeline. Time travel does complicate things. Very true. Hopefully telling you this doesn't somehow spoil something, but it's time travel and I haven't seen the rest of the show, so who knows. If you haven't seen the rest of the show, then you're incapable of spoiling, I would argue, right? So if you end up spoiling something, that really means that you didn't spoil, you just were smart and guessed it, right? So, 5 head. Something like that, right? Yes, and then I did look through this, and this makes sense in my brain, so we should be good. The real issue is going to be, like, these 2 arcs are right neck and neck, right? With Kabuki and Nekoshiro. Wow. Did someone like catch on fire? There's so many ambulances. Hopefully you can't hear them too much. Anyways, point being, the issue's gonna be once all these like Kabuki and Nekoshiro and the rest of season 2, once they start like intertwining, that's gonna be when things get crazy. But for now, we have it pretty good in our head. These freaking sirens. Oh yeah. I promised the Discord. I made cookies earlier. And I promised I'd show them. I'm going to be honest. I'm not proud of this. And nor should I be. They're disgusting. They're undercooked and they're a mess. Just like me. However, I made them. And that has to count for something, right? So here's the cookies. You can see. They don't look that bad. But like, they're definitely undercooked. And I put them all in the same place. They're like fused together. Yeah, it is what it is, okay? That's just how it goes. So there you go. Showed the cookies. We got the Dr. Pepper cream soda. I'll be taking a swig of that in a minute to wash down the cookie. Wow, I'm actually eating on camera. Is this a new thing? I don't think I've ever done this before. That's crazy. Okay. Let me pull up the episode. I already got it pulled up. Okay. First, I want to rewatch the flashing bit. The instant she crossed on green, she was run over. So it's, man, like, the reason he's telling us about this arc, I think, is because of his meeting with Oogie, right? I mean, that would just make, that's just what's happening, I'm pretty sure. Because she shows up, Oogie Oshino, right? Where's my pencil? How do I always lose my pencil right when I start recording? Is this actually, oh, it's on the floor. I actually remember I was playing with it in another reaction and dropped it. Okay, let me write Oogie Oshino down, just so I don't forget the Oshino connection. But yeah, after he talks with Oogie and she spits a lot of bars on like stoplights, that kind of thing, and how they all turn red at the same time for a moment. Though it's Araragi says it's not a moment, it's 3 seconds. Like, calm down. That she like brings all that up for who knows what reason. I'm sure we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. And then Araragi thinks to Hachikuji, who died when she had the right of way and was walking, right? So there's like a very direct line there that then has led Araragi to tell us this story and go down this arc with us. So I'm down for that. That's sick. I love this show, man. I recall it with the memories of that girl who died over 10 years ago. Like, that's such a weird way to phrase this. I recall it with the memories. Like, it's almost like he has access to those memories as if he was there. I mean, right, if he's going back in time and she died, like the timeline, he's gonna meet a live Hachikuji. I mean, surely. And then he's gonna save her, and that's why Hachikuji grows up. Like, yeah, that's what's gonna happen. We're literally, this arc's already concluded. What's gonna happen, Hachikuji's gonna get saved. They're gonna go back in time. They're gonna save Hachikuji because they arrived early enough, 11 years ago, that they can do that. There we go. They're gonna come back to the present. I think this is maybe even where Araragi and Hachikuji met, right? With like in a bus stop, kind of with the sign there. I don't know if that's the specific location, but it's a similar location, right? They're gonna re-meet Hachikuji. She's gonna be like, what's up? For some reason, it's gonna be a problem, right? Maybe Hachikuji will be being attacked by, like, the ghosts that we saw that were surrounding Araragi and Shinobu. Maybe it's, like, fate, like, time trying to correct itself. Or maybe Hachikuji being alive causes a butterfly effect that's, like, really bad. So it's like, now we have to actually kill Hachikuji, and he has to slay his own inner child, which could be bars, right? But either way, this is going to be a problem, whatever this is. And then Araragi and Shinobu are going to have to go back in time, again, to stop themselves, maybe, from saving Hachikuji. And since we see this shot of them with the 4 swords, boom, right here, they have 4 swords. That, I do think that means that they probably actually duplicate, huh? Because if they have 4 swords, that means that, who knows how... they're going to have a death match between themselves, are they not? That'd be crazy. I mean, they kind of do that with Kiss Shot walking up, but... yeah, because they have 4 swords, which means they've gotten their hands on their previous self 4 times, or 3 times, and gathered the swords of the Fallen, probably. Because the swords are with Shinobu and Araragi, so to get more, they have to get through a different Shinobu and Araragi, probably. So they're going to have to go back in time and try to, like, stop themselves. And then we might get to the point that we keep doing that over and over for some reason, get stuck in a loop or something. Maybe a little bit. I don't think we'll, like, full loop it. But then the Kiss Shot of that era, of 11 years ago, who's going to be crazy strong, is going to show up for some reason and cause problems. I don't know why Kiss Shot would show up, though. And, like, the spirits that are surrounding them in this beginning here, like, Who even knows what's going on with that? I'm thinking this is just like the consequence for messing with time made real. Like let's say Araragi and Shinobu go back in time, they save Hachikuji, they come back to the present, and then they meet adult Hachikuji, are like, oh, what's up, adult Hachikuji? And then all these ghosts show up, and it's like, oh wow, like I guess we can't mess with time. You know, this is like the ghosts of Christmas past, you know? You can't change the past. I actually never have seen that, whatever that's from. The Ghost of Christmas Past thing. I don't even know what that means. So Scrooge? I don't know. Besides the point. The, like, echoes of the past that must not be changed will show up and be, like, a problem. Then they're going to realize, oh, shoot, we got to go back. They're going to go back. They're going to save Hachikuji from... Oh, no, they're going to get Hachikuji killed by stopping themselves, which is how they gather the swords, but then maybe even more Adaragis and Shinobu start showing up for some reason, or they have to like loop it and do it again, like multiple times. They end up going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and duplicating themselves. Identity problems, identity issues, all to kill Hachikuji, and then they have to fight Kishshot, and they're gonna have a bunch of swords, and it's gonna be Pog. Okay. Do we want to look at the OP? Actually, let me hear a little bit of Oogie bars. There's never a time when they're all green. Maybe like green means go. Okay, I know that much. I may not know a lot, but I know that green means go. And red means stop, to continue. So, how does that relate to time? Because they're talking about time here. They're talking about that it takes 3 seconds. There's a 3-second period where it's all stop. It's all red. I mean, I feel this is surely some sort of analogy for the arc we're about to watch. So, could you say that, like, Araragi's seeing it as green. He thinks it's green, and that means he's going back in time and making these moves. But in reality, there's never a time when it's all green, and he has to see it as red, and he has to accept that just because it looks green doesn't mean it's safe. Right? Because that's kind of what she talks about here. Which will lead him to stop, which represents him correcting everything. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And the clock in the background, and the music. I love the music in this section. The like, that thing. And the safety of the green light. Which, I mean, yeah, Hachikuji got killed by that. Rest in peace, Hachikuji. I'm not too torn up about it. I mean, I've met all the Hachikuji I've met has been dead Hachikuji, and I like dead Hachikuji. Okay. Wait, what did you say that? But the possibility of a drunk driver isn't zero. Oh, how the world is peaceful. How it's full of dreams, hopes, and salvation. How children are obligated to be happy. Yeah, I mean, I actually love this idea that she's talking about. It's something that I've thought about a lot. Well, not a lot, but just something I consider in my own kind of day-to-day existence of, like, accepting or realizing your own privilege, right? I am so lucky that I'm sitting here with a plate of cookies, with my Dr. Pepper cream soda, watching an anime. I mean, I'm straight chilling. My life is completely good. So I could, if something bad happens, right, I'm like walking on the green light right now, and I'm feeling good, because I don't see any danger signs. There's no red lights. But that means I'm going to get, if something bad happens, right, a drunk driver or whatever, then I'm going to get caught off guard. So, like, making yourself aware of how horrible things can get, but not to the extreme of being, like, paralyzed or terrified and losing, like, value in, or, like, you're losing your happiness, I think is really good to do. Because it keeps yourself, like, aware. It's like awareness. It's an awareness thing. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what she's saying here. Yeah, and so, like, yeah. I mean, she drops a good example here. Children in war zones. I mean, it's an absolutely, like, it's such a sad thing to think about, right? That a child doesn't get a childhood, but, like, yeah, like, they're definitely aware of how dangerous the world can be. Just by being in that situation, it makes them aware of that by force. So perhaps there's a lesson to be learned for the people that aren't in life or death situations about how dangerous life can be, so that they can be prepared. Even if they're walking on the green light, they still look left, they look right, you know? Check for incoming cars. Even if the society or whatever the green light represents, whoever's manning the green light, no matter what they say, you're still checking for yourself and not making yourself complacent. I mean, I love that. I'm totally here for that. But seeing only red, it seems to stop you, right? It ceases growth, maybe? Man, but listen to the way he says oogie. He literally says, like, "Oogie." He says it so quick. I, like, don't even hear it. It just sounds like Chan. Like, it's that... Freaking Araragi, man. I'm gonna save the OPED for, like, the last second. Yeah, so... Homegirl Ononoki is looking for... stuff. What are you looking for? I kind of forget what you wanted to do. It's okay, you don't have to worry. Pretty face. By the way, what about you? Where's your master? Or are you the master? Fun stuff. Oh, and she used to be a human, too. That's kind of a crazy point that's important to remember. She used to be a human. I'm a Tsukumogami of a human. Tsukumogami. Tsukugami. Bog. It's like the Tsukugami of a corpse. She says as she just casually gets another popsicle. Then why would you tell me? Oh, right. Yeah, okay. That's right. That's the most important part that I was forgetting about her. Sorry, I was just like dead silent for like 30 seconds there. It's all good. The important part is that they all died in different ways. So Aragi became immortal and then became into his weird spot that he is now. So he kind of, like, he died, but he never really died. Ononoki... Just explain it. Hachikuji got hit by a car and got turned into a ghost. I think this is the most important part of all that we were seeing. Yeah, and she said she's the Tsukumogami of a corpse. So she's super dead. She dead. She got revived. Reincarnated, I mean. She literally corrects me. Reincarnated, my fault. And she's still dead. Right, so Araragi became immortal and then became unimmortal. Ononoki was reincarnated in a corpse, basically. Squeak, squeak. And then Hachikuji just hasn't come back to life. She's just dead. But now Araragi's going to have the chance to bring her back to life. That's crazy. If you really think about it, like, if we're seeing Hachikuji as his inner child, which is still an entire concept I need to flesh out more in my own head, but if we're seeing her as his inner child, then he's talking with the ghost of his inner child, and has been the entire time. Like, are we meaning to say that his inner child's always been dead, and he's just hearing the echoes of it? You know, like what remains, the spirit of it, as opposed to it being actually there? I mean, and that would make sense because he's grown up, so, like, your inner child, as you grow, is put under great risk, right? And probably dies a lot of the time. Because, you know, you're no longer a child. So for her to be dead is like an entire thing. But maybe like her growing up, like just doesn't work like ontologically or whatever, right? Like just doesn't work in the world because of what she represents as his inner child. She can't grow up. For her to grow up would just be wrong. That kind of idea. Like accepting the necessity of the death of your inner child. Whatever that means. It just sounds like I'm throwing words out, but there's something there. Even if I can't properly get through it right in this moment. Then she starts spinning bars about, like, happiness and death. Ask her that for me, whether or not she's happy as a ghost. I mean, it's a good question. It's a really good question. And then it is kind of funny as well. For reasons that don't even have to do with Hachikuji, we're being put in a situation to help Hachikuji. At least we get Shinobu in this arc. I love Shinobu. And then we just go in. Wait, what are you doing? Donut? Oh, the watch. She was getting the watch. Oh, that's what she's doing. She put the watch on. And then they hold hands. So sweet. And now they're back in time. Pog. Okay, let's do a little bit of OP-ED. And then I want to watch the episode. I don't even know if there's much to analyze here. But we'll look. We'll take a peek. We'll at least listen to it. She do be walking. She's also not looking around, you know? She's like deadlocked ahead. When you help me, it lures me into thinking that nothing is truly impossible. Okay, you're inspired. Your ambitions are growing. You're just pogged. Yeah, Hachikuji, you're so sweet. You changed my life and my unhappiness into happiness. Okay, well, that's... Okay, you changed my life and my unhappiness into happiness. So without Araragi, are you saying you're unhappy? Like, Araragi is the thing that brings you happiness? Which... Because, like, the reason I'm focusing on that is because Ononoki was literally saying, ask Hachikuji if she's happy or not as a ghost. So if Hachikuji is, like, fundamentally unhappy as a ghost, but the only thing that's bringing her, like, a semblance of joy is Araragi, then that's kind of, like, an answer to that question in a way that we might get a hint from, right? I'm sure you'd find me wherever I am. Or whenever you are. Okay, I'm sorry. And then it's me, bro. It's the pink cubes. This makes me so happy. Because it's literally like the pink and the teal, man. Each and every day, my feelings grow stronger a little bit. Oh, and her backpack. I don't want to go home yet. Oh, you don't want to go home yet? Yeah, because you're on that intentional wander. Well, no, that's what Araragi was. That's what the curse was, or the oddity was that it was affecting Araragi, right? It was like his wanderlust gave him Hachikuji, his desire to not go home. But the kind of like flip of it is that Hachikuji was supposed to be going home. Like that's what she was trying to do, but she was lost. So for her to say she doesn't want to go home yet is really interesting. And she's already gone home once, right? At the end of her arc in Bake. But we're going through time, so who even knows? And then the shell breaks. Is that simple, wish? Able to change destiny? So yeah, I think she's going to meet she's going to meet Araragi in the past, and then maybe she's not even going to want to go home anymore because she'll have met Araragi, and she'll be like, oh dang, Araragi's my boy. And that's why the shell breaks, because her as an oddity breaks apart. Right? Because she no longer does the snail thing, the wanderlust, the tries to go home but can't make it home thing. And change destiny, time, can't change the past. It all comes falling apart and she rises. But where are you rising to? But it makes her happy. Like the way Araragi messes with her makes her happy. Oh, sweet little Hachi Hach. My sweet little Kuji. My sweet little Mayoi. Jiangshi. Isn't this a... I feel like I recognize this from Spelunky, dude. I feel like Jiangshi? I don't know. Any Spelunker players? Any Spelunkers? Any Spelunkers out there? Okay, yeah. I like this OP though. I feel like there's some heat in there. I also just really like it because it has the pink cubes everywhere. That just brings me a simple joy. A very simple joy. Can't believe I was a reference. That's so good. That makes me so happy. Who would have thought? Not me trying to like analyze the map of the world to see if there's something comes out of it. Imagine like something's like spelled here, right? Or like there's an image. Am I losing it yet? I don't know. Yeah, my monkey pattern-seeing brain is not doing anything. Unlucky. Okay. I do believe the lyrics are the same, right? Which is an interesting choice. So we're sniping the snail, but now it's gone, just like we were sniping the tiger. Okay, you know what? I bet the reason that this ED swaps between each of the different characters is because each of the arcs in the second season are going to be between these different characters. So we're going to get an arc for Karen and Suki. We're going to get an arc for freaking Snake Girl. What is your name? Sengoku? Yeah, Sengoku. I didn't even see it. Sengoku. We're getting the Hachikuji arc. All that nonsense. Shinobu? I don't know. Just an idea. And look, there's like the ghosts, the wanderers that we saw in the flashing bit before the OP. They're looking for Araragi, man. Oh, you know what? Okay, wait. It's crazy. What if it's the ghost people are Hachikuji's oddity? Right? That would make sense. I think that would be cool because we know her as an oddity, but if we meet her as a human and then she's under the effect of an oddity, which is these wandering ghost people, that's just cool. I love this show. And there's like the one light on. And like this whole envious thing and like give me attention thing, I mean, it applied really well to Hanakawa to Araragi, but I guess it could also apply from Hachikuji to Araragi. Honestly, if we get this ED for like all the second season people, then it could be the case that all of them are envious or want to hoard Araragi to themselves because of the way that Araragi's helped them, right? They all want a piece of the Araragi pie. And they're all like envious of like the time he spends with other people. Because it applied really, really well to Hanakawa, but if we're getting it again, then it also applies potentially to Hachikuji. Alright, like I want it to be the two of us. That Shaco's so hot. Wait, look at this. Look at this. It says, my love is genuine, and then all the monitors are the wandering hordes, and then a Giga Ultra grown-up Hachikuji is just standing there. Holy, that is so good. Run it. She's just standing there, man. What is she doing? Is she shooting guns? Is she gonna be a little dual-wielding gun holder? She's like a slayer, man. And then why is it all in Shinobu's mouth? Shinobu? You want to explain something to me? Are you being a sneaky little Shinobu? I hated saying that. That was a bit weird. That had some weird energy to it. Run that back. No. Is she like the slayer of the ghosts and they're like, okay, is it like, okay. The ghosts are haunting grown-up Hachikuji to kill her because she was supposed to die, but she was saved due to Araragi. So the ghosts are fate. It's the Mayoi Jiangshi that are the fate of Hachikuji's death that she's been fighting off. That's why she looks like a warrior there. That's why she looks like such a warrior when she's grown up. Because she's fighting off the swarms. And then Araragi and Shinobu are helping her fight off the swarms and then realize, wait a second, maybe the swarms are right and she does deserve to die and she needs to die because the past can't be changed. Or shouldn't be changed. It can be changed, but it shouldn't be changed. And they're like walking on the skulls, right? And Hachikuji's like kneeling in them. Shinobu's there as well. And then Araragi just jumps in, probably falls in, whatever. And it's talking about how stupid she looks. Like, how stupid is Hachikuji to be slamming her head into the wall of endless forces of these Jiangshi or whatever, these ghosts of wherever, whenever, just to stay alive, potentially for Araragi. You know, how dumb is that to go against time and fate just for him? Is that kind of what we're thinking about? But then, like, Shinobu and Araragi are looking at each other. Oh, man. This arc's about to be so good. I'm so ready. Okay, let's watch the episode Strike while the iron is hot. Okay. We are blacksmiths here. Let me take a sip of this Gatorade real quick. 8 a.m. Let's go. Okay. Soothe the mind. Calm down. Deep breath. Episode 2. Kabukimonogatari. Um, I'm really excited to meet you, Hachikuji. I really hope that you're alive and well, and then that everything, let's just see what happens. 3, 2, 1, bang. Chapter 7. We're supposed to be on 7, right? I don't think they've been skipping. May 13th, 11 years ago. Are we trying to see baby Araragi? I love this music, man. It's so like... Sorry, I'm trying to pay attention. Was a result of me coming to this town. Oh. No, wait. That's why Kiss Shot shows up, because we need to bring the spiritual energy here to charge it up. Maybe we don't even bounce between the past and the future a lot. I'm just curious where we get 4 swords from. Yeah, let's just hang out. We got time to spare. True. Baby Araragi, baby Araragi. Do not attack baby Araragi. Yes. What a... Wait, did you just call Shinobu a troublesome little girl who has that bad influence on her? Dog, you have the influence on her. She's an oddity, man. That's just how it goes. Baby Araragi. Okay, that confirms that multiple Araragis exist in the time stream. Which means the infinite Araragi recursion loop is a possibility where we get multiple swords from. Not infinite, but multiple Araragis with the sword. Like showing up. Could be a way we get 4 swords. I do be big thinking. I just love how she's hopping. She's just so excited. Oh, I forgot to check if he... No, he didn't bring the backpack back in time. We would see him walking around with it. Like, surely. Also, I don't know the reason why he would. Because he wasn't expecting to go back in time to do anything with Hachikuji. So that would have just been kind of random, right? Yeah, because she's talking about, like... I was lost, but then found, like, you found me kind of deal. Hachikuji. Hachikuji! The streets of 11 years ago. Frustration outlawed? I didn't even see what he said. Okay, bet. Aw, let's go save Hachikuji? Oh. Yeah. That's what we've been thinking. You wanted to save her. Yeah. So he, like, subconsciously chose this when going back in time to do his homework? Oh, right. And that's why she was trying to go to her mom's house, right? I think. Yeah, to visit her mother. I don't know. That's the question. What are you guys doing? Hmm. I see, yeah. Right. And the family issues is what caused the crab, but so that the crab would never have appeared. Yeah, I mean that would maybe even make it so that he never meets her in the future, you know, and they never even become a, boyfriend girlfriend. Oh, a kitty! Kitty ran by. That was fun. Because um, the cat, right? That's her entire thing. Or the Bangs girl. Imagine being called the Bangs girl. Unlucky. I love Oshino. Nobody can ever save anyone else. That's kind of so good. I love that. I've talked about it before, but such a fun idea. Right, it was a single event, not like a continued series of events. What are you gonna save her every day for the next 11 years, Adragi? That'd be insane. That would be insanity. Oh, the run over Rose. Oh, right, yeah. Good point. But we need to ask if she's happy being a ghost before we get rid of it, right? We need to do what Ononoki said. Crazy visual there. That was a really cool visual. Look at him. His desire to save just like overtaking him a bit there. Aww. He's just carrying her around. Yeah. Yeah, okay. She's just panda go pandaing him. What is she doing? Just get back in his shadow, man. You're weighing him down. Oh, who is it? Covering their face. Are you somebody that we know in the future? That's Hanakawa, bro. Okay, also true. You look sus. That's Hanakawa. She got the cat ornament. Aw, baby Hanakawa. Looking diligent. She looks happy. Careful, careful, Araragi. Good shot. Good crit. How far did you just roll, Shinobu? Araragi. Araragi. Good instincts. Okay, my dude. Stop chasing her. Oh, he's running from her. She's also a child. No. No, yes. Calm down. Thank you, Shinobu. Fair. I mean, that's one reason to calm down. There's many reasons to calm down here. What is your hair? Reference? The world is pitch black after all. That's why you gotta be pure white, Hanakawa. Become pure white. Yeah? She only knows what she knows. Hey, 6-year-old Hanakawa, you know how it goes. Thank you, please run and never look back. Araragi is literally a problem to a 6-year-old child. But, you know, it's just Araragi. Whatever. National Police. Good move, Hanakawa. She really that's a good move. This doesn't have to do with Araragi's parents, right? Because we're at a police station, right? Policewoman was what? Okay, 12. Oh, she just a yapper. She just yapping, man. Yeah, twinsies. I'm a little yapper. Shinobu is so adorable. She's just being chilling. Oh, she stopped to pick up the rose and then she got hit. Good point. Okay, that was a quick skip there. Quick chapter. Big snoozing. Y'all spent the night doing what? When was it? Okay, so 12 and like 13? Okay. Why is... Oh, she's gotten a bit older? Okay. Alright, new Shinobu just dropped. Yo, what's up? Who is it? Ah, Hachikuji's dad. Seems she ran away from home. Wasn't even there. she a fisherman or something? True. Oh, all of Shinobu's, like, school clothes just flew off. Okay. You think Destiny is gonna stop Araragi? Oh, he's changing the. No, literally, yeah, changing his way of carrying her. Oh, Chikuji is right. She's right there. She's right there. Good move. She turned her head, his head. No, no. Shinobu, go clutch it. So elegant. Go clutch it. Oh, yeah, heal. True. Oh, we're good. Okay, I thought she was about to walk on the string and get hit right away. She's so bad at directions. Poor Hachikuji. You'll make contact. It's like an alien, man. He's an alien. Is he a circle? Oh, he's just... No, no. No, man. You thought that was even a decently good idea at all? Yeah, if I'm Hachikuji, I'm out of there too. Oh my goodness, did she just die? Okay, you're telling me he, like, fails to save her? And that's... Oh, okay, he saved her. Good move. Good job, Araragi. I thought he was gonna fail, and then he would have to loop it again and again. But no, we're good. Araragi is exceptionally good with pain, then, because man's been split in half like 30 times. Oh, goodbye. Yeah. She didn't even get a look at him when he did that. That is unforgivable, huh, Araragi? A picture of the word respectable. So true. That's crazy. That's crazy. Whoa, it worked. We're good. Make sure she goes inside. Oh, what's gonna happen? Oh, please accept her. We're gonna get interrupted by the ghosts. Or maybe... Or maybe Kiss Shot's gonna show up? I mean, probably not Kiss Shot, right? I feel like they... Well, I don't know. I have no idea. Oh yeah, they didn't actually see the shrine. Because they, like, landed outside, yeah. He's wearing that red sweater underneath, which is... when he saved Tanakawa, right? Or no, he doesn't have a red sweater underneath. I think it's just a cuff of it. I don't know. Lolly X... Oh, she's talking about Hanakawa. Shota Koyomi. Can we calm down, Shinobu? I'm not even dealing with that. Okay. Wow, like through time? That's crazy. Someone of my kind, like you? Maybe you came here. But she would remember this, wouldn't she? Hmm. Maybe they just... I don't know. Yeah. What is going on, man? I'm nervous. I'm getting spooked. Yeah, you're gonna jump in backwards? Yeah, it just sounds like a thematic issue. Yeah. Yeah. These flashing texts, man. That's true. It is a lot of stairs, to be fair. Okay. A different present, though, right? Yeah. With problems. Yeah? What do you mean by that? Well, okay, dude. You're gonna tell me the world's been annihilated because Hachikuji's gone, and then you're just gonna end the episode? What do you mean by that? You can't just tell me that information, man. Okay. We just analyzed this, so I'm good on the ED. Preview. Let's watch the preview real quick, and then I'll start rambling a little bit. Okay. Bing bong bop. Seventh. How many does it make? Seventh. I do love Marshmallow Justice. That is a good song. That's a good question. Alright, no idea what they're talking about. Absolutely no idea. I also wonder how justice is made, you know? Young foreign girl kidnapped. Let's forget about this. Witness, Hanakawa-chan, 6 years old. Pervert spotted. Because she saw Shinobu, yeah. That's funny. Okay, so. Hanakawa, by being a being that's destined to die but doesn't die, you know what I could see? Maybe she gets saved and then fate wills her to be killed, right? Like she's supposed to die. To the point that these ghosts start manifesting to try to kill her. But she gets too good at fighting them off that she becomes warrior Hanakawa as a grown, like when she grows up, right? To the point that the entire world gets annihilated except her, and it's like zombie apocalypse but with a bunch of ghosts. And the ghosts are her oddity because she dodged death. I mean, I'm pretty good with that. I'm fine with that. The question is because it's the Jiangshi, Mayoi Jiangshi or whatever, right? Like the Mayoi oddity, right here. So Jiangshi or whatever. So I think she's gonna get an oddity, and the oddity she's gonna get is all those ghost people. And I mean, that oddity is probably what caused the annihilation of the world. So the question is, how does it all tie together? Well, her being fated to die and then avoiding that fate through being saved and then through fighting it off herself to the point that she becomes a warrior. I feel like that's the best answer I got. There's a couple flashing bits I want to hit. There was something in here. Oh yeah, it was the police officer. Is it back a little bit? I just wanted to see the dialogue. The police woman was rather talkative. Oh, is that it? She kept on talking. She kept on yapping and yapping and yapping and yapping. Okay. Because I thought maybe he slipped in like a little piece of dialogue that's like, "Oh, the police woman was my mom," but then he just didn't. But he didn't even like want to talk about it or something. But no, like he just I could have seen the situation where like he runs into his mom and he just slips it in as a little like a little quick note, but then doesn't actually talk about it like in the story. I could have seen that, but that's not what happened. So worth checking though. And then there was one at like 13 something. It's funny, that chapter 13 happens at minute 13. All these flashing bits, man. It's crazy because a lot of the time they're insignificant, but sometimes they're super significant. Okay, black scene 14. Shinobu and I spent the entire night clinging to each other in a pipe on the playground. In a pipe on the playground. Okay, so that's like the ED kind of, right? Because doesn't the ED have him just like chilling at a playground? Like he's like chilling on a swing or whatever? Man, I can't believe Araragi causes the annihilation of the entire planet by saving a little girl's life. That's just unlucky. Then I feel like there was one more flashing bit I was trying to hit, but I don't quite remember where it was. Yeah, I don't know. I chased Hachikuji. Also, okay, so why does he flip her skirt? Is that even a question I'm trying to ask? Because, like, he flips Hanakawa's skirt. I'm just thinking, like, Hanakawa, right? Because when he's done it with Hanakawa, it's happened twice. It happened naturally with the wind in the start of Bake, and then it happened during, what, Nekoshiro, I think? No, not Nekoshiro. He wasn't in Nekoshiro. Neko, the other one. Neko Kuro. Tsubasa family. And so the first time it was the white underwear, the white panties, which represented like pure white Hanakawa, and then the second time it was the black panties to represent like all the trauma or whatever that he actually had like just become aware of. So like it was like the under the surface, right? But when he does it to Hachikuji here, I'm not even gonna play it again because I remember it was just like it just looked like little girl underwear, which is just like okay, cool, appreciate that, I guess, whatever. But point being, like what? He's just confirming that she's a little girl, like underneath the skirt. Like I could tell you that, buddy. You don't gotta. I guess it shows that he's interested enough in an alive Hachikuji to check, but I mean that's kind of a given. I would have expected that. So I don't know. I mean I'm just gonna play it. I'm gonna play it and see if I see something new. I mean it's got like a little snail on it, and then she just runs. And she runs for good reason, right? Like that's the Hachikuji special, run away from the pervert. But it's got the snail on it. I mean the snail, she turns into the snail with the oddity thing. So is that supposed to be like she's destined to become the snail? That's why the snail is on her true self, which is underneath her clothing? There you go. That's the best you're getting. She's destined to become the snail. That's why the snail is even there. Bet. Bet. I feel like, was there some in here? The Sudanade household. Yeah, and they succeed and then they send it back. It's weird that the portal activates on its own without her doing the spell. Like she forgets the spell thing and then it just still activates? What does that even mean? Did somebody else activate it? If so, who activated it? Or does it just auto-activate because it's sending them forward in time? I don't know. And like okay, you cannot defend Araragi, like, because like, you know, some people have like thrown the like, oh, Hachikuji's an oddity, she's a ghost, so like it is what it is, like she's actually been alive for 20 plus years. That's like been something I've heard. Or like the Shinobu's like a super old vampire in like a kid's body kind of thing. That's something I've heard. But this is a Hanakawa that's 6 years old, dog. This is an alive Hachikuji that's like 10, you know? That's just crazy to me that this is all still happening, especially with 6-year-old Hanakawa. Like, dude, you get to know her later in life, and even when she's a little kid, you're still seeing her that way. That's just crazy to me. On the banks of Plum Creek. Does this represent something? I don't know. Look at him like, what is this little waddle, man? He's a problem. Yes, he is a pervert. Woohoo! Hanakawa in street clothes. This is the best. So, like, yeah, I mean, that's the crazy thing with his perversion. He uses it intentionally as a way to make himself look bad. Wait. Oh, wait. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Listen up. Listen up. So, like, we understand from last arc that, and just through knowing Adaragi, that he uses the perversion to make himself look bad because people that look good, like morally good, right, are easy to take advantage of, right? In the way that pure white Hanakawa was easy to take advantage of. I mean, her entire family took advantage of her by not giving her a room or anything, right? Just didn't take care of her. All that nonsense, right? So, like, and that's why one reason why Adaragi pretends or is evil, like pretends to be bad or whatever, instead of aligning his stuff and becoming real. It's so that he like protects himself and like has an easier time doing like saving people and all that nonsense, right? Yeah. And so I was thinking like, okay, he's pretending to be bad for this reason. And I was about to ask, okay, but then why is he doing it here? Because here he's not pretending to be bad to anyone, right? I mean, there's no one to pretend to be bad to. And then I realized, wait, he's pretending to be bad to me because I'm the audience and he's telling me the story, right? So how much of his perversions are legit him being pervert versus him hamming up how perverted he is to throw the audience off of the story he's telling, or by trying to like self-degrade, right? By like self-deprecate. Is he trying to self-deprecate in the story he's telling by saying like, oh wow, like yeah, I was a jerk, I was a pervert, I was flipping up skirts and being a menace, right? Is that just him kind of pretending or being hyperbolic as a way to self-deprecate? Or as a way to obfuscate and to like confuse the audience and throw him off, or as a way to make himself look bad so that he doesn't get taken advantage of for being good? I mean, all these things could be true. Oh, Adaragi, you little devil. Why can't you just be honest with me? And this police officer, maybe something to do with his family. Probably not, but it's worth throwing out as a hypothetical. Oh, this is what I wanted to... I think this was the flashing bit. In doing the stakeout, I had Shinobu become junior high age. Okay, just as a way to make her hide better. She was... What was that? She was imitating past Hanakawa. Okay. Shinobu really just cosplaying. I will meet her. I will meet Mayoi while she was alive. Wonderful. And then the dad shows up. She left in 5 in the morning. Gets saved by Adaragi after running away from him. Which, it is kind of crazy. I guess it was a red light. So in this time, she ran when it was a red light. So she wasn't supposed to, but she was so panicked by Adaragi that she did anyways. And then Adaragi clutches it. But you could maybe see that as fate trying to kill her when it gets the chance. Like, what, Final Destination? Is that a reference? This kind of looks like a reference to, I mean, I don't think it's necessarily a reference, but because, I mean, the whole trope of, like, or the whole thing of, like, person's about to get hit by a truck and then they get saved, and, like, the way of doing the headlights and the silhouette, I mean, that's, I feel like, decently common, but reminds me of, I don't want to say what it's referencing because it's a spoiler, man. It's referencing another, a show that, another show we've reacted to. If you get it, you get it, okay? It's a secret reference. Because I don't want to spoil the thing by throwing that out there. Okay, bet. And yeah, they're talking about like the risks of fate, the other options that Adaragi went through before he settled on like saving Hachikuji. Those all make sense. I'm totally down for all that. Oh yeah, baby Adaragi and Shinobu starts going nuts. Yeah. What a troublesome little girl. Someone must be a bad influence on her. Okay, Adaragi, you're the bad influence, okay? I kind of love baby Adaragi, though. Wait, I want to see him again. Look at him digging. What are you digging for, man? Is that a bloody... Is that a... Why does this trowel look so bloody, man? What'd you put in here? Wait a second. What are you putting? Are you... What is that? An onion? A bug? Oh, is he burying a bug? What is he doing? I think he's burying a bug. He's burying a bug, which reminds me of Hanakawa. Dude, was he like Hanakawa and then had a bad experience that, like, drove him away from it? Was he like Hanakawa because Hanakawa buried the cat, which is a kind of an insane thing to do, but it was a super good moral action. Here, it looked like he was just burying a bug, which is even crazier than burying a cat. So was he, when he was young, the same as Hanakawa, and was super real and super good and super moral under the influence of his cop parents, but then ended up like having something go wrong that made him start to pretend to be bad in order to like get through life better, which then resulted in him idealizing Hanakawa because she managed to do what he could not, which is maintain being pure white and maintain doing crazy moral things like burying a cat or burying a bug. So, like, she was the him that he couldn't be, right? Woo! I kind of feel like that's the case. Yeah, what a crazy important thing. The actions of baby Araragi, so easy to overlook. Yeah, it's definitely like a butterfly or like a moth or something. And he digs up a little grave for it in the front yard and buries it. Yeah, I totally think that's what's happening. He's burying an insect to parallel Hanakawa burying the cat, but it's even crazier because it's an insect instead of a dead cat. Which then ties it all together, man. Okay, bars. I love that. That's so good. I totally think that's what's happening there. I'm there for it. Okay. I kind of feel like that's all I got for this episode. She's adorable. There were so many good scenes. Like, this was a great episode, by the way. Shinobu just being an adorable little, like, what are you even doing? Right? Okay, great. Thank you, me, for clicking there. Just like Hachikuji existing. Love Hachikuji. She's fun. Mostly a good Shinobu episode, which is really fun. I like Shinobu. Baby Hanakawa was funny to see as well. And then, yeah, some like really good things going on about like fate, about whatever young Araragi's doing with the bug, burying a dead bug, or, you know, that's got all sorts of nonsense in it. Yeah. Definitely looking forward to it. Definitely looking forward to the end of this arc. That's probably all I really got for this one, though. They're going back to the future. Who knows what they will find there. Probably it's the apocalypse, that's what he said, but probably the apocalypse has been brought about by Hachikuji's oddity, which is like her being fated to die or whatever. But she's managed to survive or whatever. We'll figure it out. Should be fun. But yeah, that's all I really got for this episode. Episode 2 of Kabukimonogatari. On to the next episode 3. But until the next episode, that's all I got for tonight. Of course, if you like the video, subscribe. If you're new, blah, 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 comment down below if you have anything to say, or join the Discord and talk to me or other Monogatari fans there. But until the next episode, that's all I really got for you tonight. I'll be seeing you then. Peace. Okay, so Chuck, say goodbye. What are they doing? Are they making a pool? I think they're making a lake. Like, no joke. Man, look at this profile shot of me. My nose. My nose is so big. I'm pogged.